Hey, hello guys, and welcome back everybody to the brand new video. So today kind of a special video, a pretty random video. But maybe not so random because if you've seen some of my other content, you know how every time someone mentions MBTI in a video, I'm like, I want to participate in the discussion, but I can't because I did take MBTI test a very long time ago in the past, but just like I said, it's been a very long time ago, and I don't remember my type and I really have been meaning to retake the test for a very long time, and I just I don't know. I never got to it, but finally today I'm doing it. So I'll try to not spend too much time on the questions. And if I'm really unsure about maybe the phrasing of the question, I'm just going to skip it. Like I'm going to go neutral. I took a look at some of the questions here. And I can already tell that, yeah, sometimes I will it will depend on how I interpret the question. So to avoid that possible, mistyping, then I'll just go neutral on those questions, and where I'm really confident, I'm going to answer confidently. If I'm like kind of sure, I'm going to maybe pick this circle or this circle, and also I will try to go with my natural response, so not answering, like, let's say there is a question that kind of relates to my skills, to something that I've learned throughout my life, and I will not be looking at that. I will just be taking into account my natural feeling about that particular topic. Not really whether I'm good at it or not, but how I naturally, whether I feel comfortable with that thing or maybe I dislike it and reject it, something like that. So with this said, let's just begin. We'll see how it's going to turn out. And also, before we actually begin, guys, do let me know your prediction down below in the comment. Write down your prediction and maybe a few reasons why you think that way, like your prediction of MBTI type for me. So in any case, let's begin. You regularly make new friends. So with this one already, like, what is regularly, what is friends, and and all of that, it really depends on the interpretation. But I'm just going to say, so if we're talking about surface level, like friends, the word friends for me is reserved for people who are really close to me, who I really cherish, so I don't throw this word around. But I would say that I can make acquaintances pretty quickly and pretty easily, so I'm just going to say kind of like that. Yeah. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. Here I really not. I don't know. I don't know what they mean by this, so I'm just gonna go neutral. Usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. Disagree completely. Usually I take into account the factual information. Your living and working spaces are clean and organized. Again, what is clean and organized? It kind of depends. But I'm going to say I'm leaning a little bit towards yes, a little bit more towards organized, but not totally. I'm not like an organized freak, Usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. Not sure, to be honest. Not sure because either I can't remember right now or I haven't really been in many super high pressure situations. So, gonna say neutral. You find the idea of networking and promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. Natural response is probably saying yes. So maybe I haven't really had many experiences like that in my life where I had to do it, and maybe I'm relatively all right at that, but I'm going to say like, oh, actually, very daunting, you do, so agree, but like middle. Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. I don't know. I don't know. No. Yeah, maybe it sounds weird to you why I wouldn't know this, but like I'm thinking about it right now. It's difficult to judge it for me, to be honest. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. No, they don't. I'd say, story. Yeah. So disagree strongly. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Yeah, for sure. Schedules. You see, with schedules, it's like kind of a different story, but when I can, I also like to, but lists for sure. Yeah, 100%. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. I'd say probably yes. Yeah, probably yeah. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. I think so. Yeah, when it's like, especially if it's in a, like there's a hobby that I like, that I'm interested in, and there's a person who also does that hobby, and but I'm not going to go 100%. Like maybe this, or let's play it safe and go like that. Comfortable? Yeah. You're not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative work. Interpretations of creative work. I mean, music is creative work, right? Different interpretations. But like outside of this, I don't feel like I do it very much, to be honest. Like I really I like talking about music and sharing. Yeah, but I'd say overall, you're not too interested. I'd say, yeah, if we put music apart and all of other creative work, I'd say I'm more not really interested. Like discussions between people, more, probably not really interested. You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. Definitely. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. Just kind of can't afford that. Busy and yeah, if you don't plan it out, I think you're going to miss everything. When you're tight on time, you're going to miss everything if you don't plan. So I'd say like that. Yeah, disagree. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. I don't know, guys. I don't know. On the one hand, yes, I rarely worry. On the other hand, no. Like some of my life experiences show me that I do worry, especially maybe I used to worry more in the past. So let's go neutral. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. Yes, I do. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. No idea what that means. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. Well, again, looking at the channel, I am honest, but I think it's important to be sensitive, and whenever you want to express a certain thing, like there is a way to put it. You can say something and it's going to hurt another person. You can say something and it's going to make them feel all right, and they will take it okay. So I'd say kinda over being completely honest. You see, I don't know, because I also want to be honest, but I want to be sensitive at the same time. So I don't really prioritize either one of these. So let's go neutral. Yeah. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. More yes than no. Yeah, more. Yeah, not super actively, but I definitely like new experiences and new knowledge areas, like new sports. So, like, little yes, little agree. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Probably yes. Which one? Maybe small yes. Small. I think everyone's like that. I think nowadays in the current world situation, it's very rare to find someone who really doesn't worry at all. And it's like, oh, everything's gonna be okay. I'm really trying to be like that. I used to be like that, guys. You enjoy solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones. I can enjoy both, but probably if I could choose, I would definitely go for something that I can do with someone else. So I'm going to stay kind of middle. So no, so disagree. Yeah, middle disagree. Yeah. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. Yeah. No way. No way. No. Yes. You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means this regarding some emotional aspects. Yeah, probably yes. Not completely, not all the way. I still care about emotional aspects, but for the most part, yeah. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. No, not necessarily. Not always. Not always. So maybe middle disagree? Let me think about it. Yeah, I can postpone it. It's alright, nothing's gonna happen. Unless it's something like really urgent. Yeah, okay. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. Yeah, again, like if you don't care about people's feelings, then you're not gonna be a very likable person. You'll have no friends, you'll be a jerk. In disagreements, let me think. In disagreements, I try to prove my point if I think it matters. If I think it doesn't matter, then I don't engage in it. But if I think it matters, man, I don't even know. I mean, a bit, yeah, a little bit proving the point over preserving the feelings. Man, it depends, really. Let's go neutral, guys, because really it depends. It seriously depends on the situation. Usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. No. Your mood can change very quickly. No, not really. You're not easily swayed by emotional arguments. I'd say more yes. Yeah. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Not often, but at the same time, I do plan in advance. Which one? At the last possible. More often, it's not the case. But it does happen sometimes. But often. No, not often. So disagree, but like slightly. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. I mean, I don't mind it, but at the same time, it's not ethical dilemmas. I mean, yeah, maybe. What is enjoy though? Let's go neutral. I'm sorry, I'm asking such silly questions like, what is enjoy? You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Yeah, for the most part, yeah. Yeah. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. No, I don't think so. No. When facts and feelings, where's the stress? Conflict, probably. Usually find yourself following your heart. No. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. More yes than no. Yeah, consistent. More yes than no. I kind of even want to go for the middle one. Yeah. You rarely second guess the choices that you've made. No, I do second guess. Your friends would describe you as a lively and outgoing. Gotta ask my friend. I think more yes than no. Yeah. Okay. You're drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. No, only dancing. Yeah, like again, talking about music, I like talking about music, but I wouldn't really want to write music, like produce music, or draw or write. So like that, disagree for the most part. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. Yeah. You like to have a to-do list for each day. Actually no, I just maybe because I never got into the habit of creating the to-do lists. I feel like it might take more time to create the to-do list than just kind of know overall what tasks you have to complete and just do them, like creating a to-do list also takes some time. But maybe I'd like to. Let's go neutral. You rarely feel insecure. I don't know. Really, it depends what areas of life. Yeah, it depends on so many things. So again, neutral probably. You avoid making phone calls. I used to be like that, yeah. Overall, I think unless it's friends, calling friends, I definitely think it's easier for me to like reach out to someone via text rather than a phone call. So avoid, well, not really avoid, but maybe I would want to avoid. So let's go like that. Yes. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. Also, I think it depends what kind of ideas, what kind of viewpoints, in what area of knowledge. So I don't know. You can easily connect with people you have just met. Depends on the person again. Depends on the person, on the situation. But on the surface level, probably a bit yes, small yes. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Probably yes. Top priority. I mean, let's go with small yes again, but yeah, the tendency is to get back on track. You're still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Yes and no. Just like everyone, I think. It also depends on the interpretation. Like really bothered? No. But do I think about them? Yes. So again, neutral. Sorry guys if there's too much neutral answers. You're not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. I'm not very interested. Sometimes it can be nice. Sometimes I like a certain topic of the, I think AI, right? AI is the talk of the town. And sometimes I do think I bring up like, oh, maybe because of AI, the world is going to look like this and this and that. But maybe small disagree. I was also tempted to go for a neutral, but let's go small disagree. Not too interested, so a little interested. Your emotions control you more than you control them. I was tempted to say disagree. I was so tempted to say disagree, but I don't know. Also very difficult to answer. I feel like I can control my emotions pretty well. But sometimes they control me, but only in very selected range of emotions. Yeah, let's go disagree slightly. When making decisions, you focus on how the affected people might feel than on what is most logical or efficient. Again, if you're living in the real world, you gotta take into account both things, right? Logical or efficient. Usually logical or efficient might mean it's actually better in the long run for the people. I don't even know. I'm not, you see, the thing is, I'm not really making decisions that are affecting other people like in a dramatic way, you know? It's like something that I do that will affect another person, yeah, but like making decisions for other. Hold on though. Hold on. I'm making I feel like I have more tendency to disregard the feelings. So probably, well, feel, okay, disagree, probably like that. We're almost there, guys. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. I probably closer to organized. But is it natural for me, or is it a learned behavior? Oh, I don't know, guys. Actually, this I don't know. When someone, hold on, let me check the timer. I just restarted the camera. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Oh no. 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 How long will it take for them to feel disappointed in me? No, I don't think that. Okay. So, disagree. Yeah. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Well. Oh, guys, tricky this one, tricky. Sometimes I like to rely more on myself, so it's like it would be better to have that kind of job. At the same time, working with someone who's really compatible with you and who you can bounce ideas off of can be very like efficient and rewarding and fulfilling. So probably more. No, let's go neutral, guys. This one's difficult. Yeah, like difficult in the sense I really don't know. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. No, it's not a waste of time. No, it's definitely not a waste of time. No. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than to quiet, intimate places. No, slightly the opposite. I think I slightly prefer quieter places. Or maybe not. I like the action too, you know? I like when there is a lot of people. But it really depends on the company, who you're with. If I was alone and it was a very quiet place, maybe I would feel kind of bored. If I was alone and it's a bustling place, would I feel intimidated, or actually on the contrary, like let's go? Guys, again, I'm sorry, I will have to go neutral because I don't know, it depends. If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. Feels right. No, I probably need the proof that I'm right, that the decision is right, that the decision, I need the decision to be right rather than to feel right. So I think disagree. Yeah, I need the proof from the research and everything. You often feel overwhelmed. Again, depends. Depends, guys. Depends on how you interpret overwhelmed. What is often. Neutral. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Probably for the most part, yes. Yeah. I like that, you know. I like the structure when I'm learning something, when I'm doing something in the steps, yeah. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps. Oh, no. Steps is much better, just like I said. Steps is much better. Yeah, creative, that's not really about me. Yeah, so strongly disagree, or I feel like strongly, yeah. You're more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making choices. Definitely not. Yeah, intuition. No idea what that is. No, I'm kidding, of course, but yeah, really feel comforted when relying on logical reasoning. It just feels right. Comforting, yeah, just like I said. Yeah, so not more likely. You struggle with deadlines. Sometimes deadlines can be helpful because they really push you to work more efficiently and harder and quicker. So in that sense, they're good. But sometimes maybe not having a deadline would make it less stressful. So I don't know. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Yeah, here I think is the less logical part in me that is probably saying like, yeah, things will work out for you. So I'm going to say like that. Agree. All right. So now let's get the results. All right, guys. So we got ESTJ. A. I don't know what A stands for. Executive, it's called. I don't feel like I'm going to read all of this. Maybe later, maybe in my own free time. But let's take a look at this thing. Look, maybe because I was answering a lot of neutrals, it's like kind of unsure on some of the aspects. So extroverted, introverted. Yeah, I also want to like freshen up what all of this means. So the first letter is extroversion, introversion, right? So I'm extroverted 61%. Likely to get energized by social interactions and tend to openly express your enthusiasm and excitement. Yeah, sounds like me. Sounds like me. So here I'd say yep. So the second one is wait a second, how does that work? Intuitive, observant. Shouldn't it be I or O? I mean ES. Why is it not I or O? Where's O in that case? How does it work? Wait a second, I'm a bit unsure. Okay, in any case. So observant or intuitive. You're likely pragmatic and down to earth with a strong focus on what is really happening or very likely to happen. Okay, yeah, also sounds kind of right, kind of like me. So the next one is thinking or feeling. 84% thinking. So that is this, right? That's T over here. What is S though in that case? Okay, so you likely focus on objectivity and rationality, putting effectiveness above social harmony. All right, well, it seems like it. Then judging or prospecting. 58%. You're likely organized, decisive, and thorough, valuing structure and planning over spontaneity. So JP. That's there we go. That's J over there. That's J over there. That's the last J. So thinking, judging. There we go. Assertive, turbulent. Oh, that's what it is, right? A, assertive. You're likely self-assured, even-tempered, and resistant to stress, refusing to worry too much. 53%. Only 53. It's like borderline, right? So why is it not I and O but S? I really don't understand that. Okay, guys, so seems like this is it. Seems like this is all of the extra stuff. So yeah, ESTJ. I'll have to remember. So whenever the MBTI conversation in the videos that I'm reacting to comes up, I can instantly reply. So executive, ESTJ. Let me know if you guys agree with the test, whether you think it kind of makes sense or maybe not. You'll say like, oh man, you're really not like that. But at the same time, you only know me through videos. So yeah, it's a very narrow view of what I am as a person. So yeah, this is going to be it for the video, everybody. I really don't think that anyone's going to watch the full thing. Maybe only in the background. Maybe you're just going to listen to it. But in any case, if with the visuals or not you got to this point, thank you very, very much. And leave a pineapple emoji in the comment. All right, so I really know the people who made it all the way till the end. So yeah, in any case, take care, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and love.